Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Christopher, and like I told you on my previous video, if you followed me on my introduction video, I promised to be handling a whole lot of health issues and you'll be meeting a whole lot of faces on my channel. On my last video, I talked about the diseases that affect the female reproductive system, and today I'll be talking on the diseases that affect the male reproductive system. We have a whole lot of diseases out there that affect the male reproductive system, but for today, I'll be talking on three different diseases that handle the male reproductive system. We have the testicular cancer, the penile cancer, the PRIAPISM cancer. So watch me, stay tuned as we move over to different cancers that affect the male reproductive system. Welcome back. Like I told you, we'll be talking on the diseases that affect the male reproductive system. And with me, I have Rachel, who will be discussing with us on these diseases of the male reproductive system. Stay tuned.
Guys, my name is Rachel, as my colleague has already introduced. Um, she has already said it. We'll be talking on the topic that says the disease that affects the male reproductive system. And we are going to talk on the three types of these diseases, I mean, and their symptoms as well. The first one is the testicular cancer. The second one is the penile cancer, and the third one is the priapism. I'm going to talk on these, both the causes and their symptoms. And, okay, the first one, you can see the cancer is an outgrowth, an abnormal growth, like a tumor that just grows. Maybe when there is some this mutation in the body, then you see these small tiny cells occurring, which is quite abnormal. So now the first point is to talk on the testicular cancer. Now we see that this cancer is the cancer that develops in the testes. Yes, the testes, which is the part of the male reproductive system. We say it is when there is an abnormal growth that occurs there in this part of the reproductive male system. And research has led us to know that this testicular cancer is quite unknown. We don't know actually what the cause is, but it can still be treated, although it cannot be cured, but at least it can be managed for some time. And this cancer has its symptoms, which are one, a painless lump or swelling in one of the testicles. It can be the size of the pear or it may be much larger. Okay, that is it's saying that when there is a sudden inflammation in this part of the test, in this testis, yes, when there is inflammation, and it could be the swelling could not be painful, it could be painless. So that's one of the symptoms of this cancer. The second symptom is the feeling of heaviness. And the scrotum kind of together. The scrotum surrounds the testes. So now we are saying when one feels heaviness, yes, maybe you are feeling a kind of an increase is being affected when there is on an abnormal growth, when there is a growth that shouldn't be in this test, it leads to it leads to cancer, and that's why it's called testicular cancer. It affects the functioning of this testis, which is the production of sperm and for the production of hormone, which is disease, the penile cancer. This one has to do with the penis, where there is tumor, where tumor appears on the penis. That's this tumor could be malignant or malignant. Okay, what do we mean by benignant or malignant cell. It has, okay, for benignant, you say when the spread is just concentrated on that particular site, and then it doesn't spread around, it's just there. Why the malignant cell has to do when it spread, when it doesn't just concentrate on that particular site, but it goes beyond that place the growth starts. So that's what this penile cancer is all about. And it also has symptoms as well. One is a pimple-like painless sore on the end of the penis or on the foreskin. The other is any other painless sore or wax on the penis. The third symptom is a persistent sore, spot, ulcer, or waxy lump on the penis that slowly spread. All these are the symptoms of this penile cancer. When these symptoms occur, when these symptoms begins to manifest, it's quite necessary we we seek for medical attention. There could be other symptoms as well, but at least these ones, when it begins to arise, we'll need to go see a doctor, and the doctor will have to diagnose and send us for tests, then for the doctor to carry on medication. Then the third disease is the priapism. Yes, is a disease that affects the male reproductive system. Then priapism is a medical term for a persistent erection that lasts at least 4 hours. Okay, it is usually painful and may not be related to sexual stimulation or activity. Left untreated, it can cause lasting damage to the penis. That is when an individual is having erection for more than 4 hours. You know what that means? So it's a very, very critical one. It shouldn't be. So now this priapism inhibits something. And what does it inhibit? What does it stop? It inhibits the normal mechanism of erection and ejaculation. That is, the normal erection has to do with when blood flows into the penis and is kept there because the veins becomes compressed by the swollen muscle. And after ejaculation, hormones make the arteries get narrower, which releases the pressure on the vein for blood to drain out again. Now, when this is the normal function of this priapism, but when it now has to inhibit, when now has to be stopped, it now leads to this priapism, thereby it inhibits the normal way erection should be. It inhibits the normal way ejaculation has to be done. And the main symptom of this priapism is, which I've already said, is erection that will not go away. It's consistent, it's persistent, it doesn't end. It goes beyond the normal way it should be. It goes beyond the normal expectation it should be. That is more than 4 hours. You can imagine that. Oh. And it's it's a very rare case, although if the erection is left for too long, there may be severe damage to the tissues in the penis. It can result. It is therefore very necessary to see a doctor when these signs begins to manifest. It's not good when you are seeing some changes. That is why we all as individuals, we have to know and study our normal body um, functioning. We have to know, okay, this is how our body um, reacts, this is how our body. So when there is any sudden change, you now have to indicate, you now have to know, and you seek for medical attention. Because if you should leave any case untreated, if you should leave any case not being attended to, it could get worse and even go beyond its this thing. So it's very, very necessary we all study our body and know our body function So in case of any abnormality, in case of any sudden outgrowth or anything that comes up, we can easily indicate and say, no, this is not how our body, react. This is not how our body functions. Then we can
So
now
today we'll be ending this
take a
lectures with a
break.
few points. Our beautiful colleague told us today. Rachel, I want to use this opportunity and tell you thank you for today's lecture. I hope you all learned something, one or two things. And hey, we have a whole lot of diseases that affect the male reproductive system. I will still be handling those diseases, but for today we're going to be talking on just the three diseases our beautiful colleague just said. So stay tuned for more videos as we are going to educate you more on things you need to know and things you know but maybe you don't know them well, and things that will also help in benefiting and bettering our own health. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Give us a comment on our comment section below. Ask your questions. We want this to be like an interactive class.
Yeah.
We want to discuss, bring in your ideas, bring in your opinions. What do you think? What do you actually understand? Tell me your experiences. I'll be here and we will be here to all guide you, teach you, and tackle this problem. Hey, no one knows it all. You might bring in something I don't know. I'll also research on my own self to also know better. So please comment on that comment section below. Give us a thumbs like and please subscribe and share this channel. Thank you.